Today I'm reviewing the HPLSZCN Smart Ring for men, or to give it its full name, the HPLSZCN Smart Ring Men Fitness Ring Sleep and Heart Rate Monitor IP68 Waterproof Health Rings for Men, Women, Smart Rings Fitness Tracker for Daily Sports, Ring Wearable Android and iOS, bracket black number 12 bracket. Very catchy name. First impressions are the box is huge that it comes in, and inside you have this tiny little box because it's a tiny little ring at the end of the day. The question I'll be answering in this video is, can it actually replace a smartwatch in a tiny little ring factor? The box it comes in is very well packaged, it's very nice, and we have to really thank Apple for this. All of these Chinese manufacturers are able to replicate the same feeling that you get when you open an iPhone, for example. Inside you have this little wrist holder for the case. I'm not really sure when you would use that personally, but it's there. It's nice to have, and it does connect to the case. There's space for it. The case feels a little bit plasticky, as expected for a product like this, but it does fit the ring perfectly, and it does charge when it's inside the case, much like the AirPods, for example. When you put them in their case, they will charge. Again, very nice feature to have when you don't want to plug the thing in. And it fits perfectly on my finger because I measured it prior to ordering, and it looks really nice. The form factor I thought would be a lot thicker, but it does look pretty good on the hand. A charging cable also comes in the box. It took me a little bit of messing around to figure out where that charging cable went, because the case, as it turns out, is USB-C, and you're supposed to provide your own USB-C cable. I would have liked if they included that in the box. The cable actually connects to the ring itself via magnets, and it can charge either way, either via the case or via the cable, so it's nice to have that option. The manual is, as you would expect, very small. Not much for them to say. There is, however, a link or a 3D barcode for you to scan, so you're able to download their app, which probably isn't the safest thing to do because it does ask for a lot of access to your phone, and it does provide a lot of information to your phone and has access to all of your fitness and health information. However, you can trust it as much as everything else. The case, again, very nice, easy to put into your pocket, easy to throw into your bag, and like I said, the ring fits in there perfectly and keeps it safe when it's not on your hand. When you place the ring inside the case, it will either light up green or red to let you know its status of charging. Again, very nice feature to have, and you don't have to open the app to determine if the ring is fully charged or not. It actually feels really nice on the hand. It's smooth. It doesn't cut into you. It doesn't feel bulky or heavy. Now, this is the app that it links to. It's very simple. It tests a few things like blood oxygen levels. It takes forever to measure these things, so I've sped it up to almost 5 times here, and it gives me a good result. I don't know if it's accurate, but I have no reason to doubt it. Blood pressure as well is not something that a lot of smartwatches even measure. For example, the Amazfit doesn't measure blood pressure. This does give you a reading for that. And I also liked, keep it up for your blood pressure analysis. No thanks. I'd rather not. And here I am just using it every single day. Yeah, I sleep with it on. It measures my sleep. Now with the sleep, it's hit and miss. It will sometimes record, it sometimes won't. Like in the 3 days that I measured, it only recorded 1 day of actual sleep. It gave me great results for that day. It measured my REM sleep, it measured my deep sleep, it measured the length of time in bed, how long I stayed in bed, what movements I had. But again, it only measured 1 out of the 3 days. I did nothing differently. The ring was fully charged, but it just didn't measure. The step counter was also way off. Sometimes it would measure, sometimes it wouldn't. One of the days it only measured 24 steps, for example, even though I did what my iPhone told me was 6,000 steps. I had both on at the same time, just to double check. And it's very inaccurate, very hit and miss. In all honesty, a lot of these issues can be fixed with a simple app update and better communication with the Ring. Another great feature that was advertised for this ring was the fact that it was waterproof. I tested that here under the tap, but I also had showers with it on and I took it into the pool with me. Absolutely fine, no issues. The ring worked fine after that, it charged fine after that. So yes, I can confirm it is fully waterproof. Another feature they like to boast about is the fact that it can track activities such as bike riding. So I took it on a bike ride. I started measuring it against Strava, and in all honesty, very, very poor. It recorded for 5 minutes and then it stopped without telling me that it stopped, without giving me a warning or a notification or anything. So I was under the assumption that it was still recording. But it feels very nice on the hand. I don't even notice it's on. It's right there. I can ride my bike. I can get to all the controls and not feel any hindrance. But as I said, 5 minutes of recording and it was done. Strava, on the other hand, recorded every single thing that I did. See, I rode for a long time to determine if it worked properly, but it just simply didn't. Now again, a lot of this can be fixed with just a simple app update. That's all. My honest verdict on this ring is the idea is amazing. I would love to see it improved, perfected, and then it could absolutely be my daily thing that I use instead of a watch. I don't like wearing watches personally. I know some people do, but for me, I would rather have that ring on my finger recording everything that I needed, and I can access it from the app. If they just fix the app, I think all of these problems could be addressed quite easily. The battery life is actually better than what people were saying online. They said it doesn't last for more than a few hours, but I found that after 3 days of use, it had 76% left. So, thank you for watching through to the end, and if you'd like to see more of these reviews, then definitely let me know. Drop a comment, drop a like, and let me know what you'd like to see next.